to choose who you want to be, how you want to look, what you want to say, how you want to interact with the thought or the feeling that has come forth rather than reacting to it. And furthermore, if you do react to it, if you feel the reaction coming up forth within you, then interact with your reaction. And therefore your reaction has no grounds, yes? Because you have interacted with it. In your interaction with your reaction, the reaction is null and void. It has become your foundation and your platform for change. This is what we mean when we say, embrace all things. Do not stand there and say, oh, that is a negative thought, I'm not allowed to have it, that's bad. Instead, we invite you to accept whatever is coming up for you. Is it not part of you? It is part of you. If it is there, if you are seeing it, if you are feeling it, if you are thinking it, it is of you. It is part of you. Shunning it and stuffing it under the rug is not doing you any good service, nor is it doing the energy any good service. And the more appropriate verbiage that we love to share with that is, does it serve your highest good? Of course it does. Does it serve your highest good to allow it to remain there? Probably not. But that's up to you to decide. Some of you really like to spill around in your mud puddles. Matter of fact, we think you've got your rain gear on all the time. You put your mud boots on and you just slobber around in the mud like little piglets. And we're inviting you to shower off and be in joy and proud of yourself for all of the things that you have experienced, for all of the things that you have felt, for all of the things that you have done and chosen. Bring them all in. Put them all in your playpen as though you're a little baby playing around with all of it, and you're looking at it and you're saying, oh, look at all of the things I've got here. They're all beautiful. They're all lovely. Some of them are no longer serving your highest good. And you've outgrown them, yes? You've outgrown them. You're moving forward out of your playpens and on to things that do serve your highest good. Not necessarily too big and better things. We love to use the classroom as an example. Not that we are liking it to one is better than the other, but it is so appropriate for us to share that you are all in your place that you are. And as you would look at a school, you would not judge the kindergartner, would you? You would think that the kindergartner was quite beautiful because the kindergartner is learning what kindergarten is learning. And the 12th grader has gone through all of their classrooms, and they are now learning what the 12th grader learns. And then they go on from there. And this is sort of what we are sharing with you in your world. When you look at your news, and yes, you are allowed to if you choose. It's not much fun sometimes. But if you do it, send love to it. Focus on the solution. Use it as a mechanism, as a tool to discover those things that are not serving the highest good of this planet anymore. And write down a solution for every single thing that you see, and then focus on the solutions. Do not blabber around about the problem. Create the solution. And in order to focus on the solution, you must come up with a solution. You must create the solution. You must know what you're focusing on before you can focus on it, yes? Come up with your solutions and allow for yourself to walk forward in that way. And share. When you see something that brings up something inside of you, open your mouth. Speak from your heart and open your mouth. Communicate, because if you do not share yourself with others, you are not in relationship with yourself or others. And that does not mean that it is required for you to be on a close personal level with all beings. Of course, that's impossible. But those who you are close to, share yourself. What are you hiding for? You're not hiding from anyone other than who you are. And of course, as we come back to the circle, we're going to share that your relationship with yourself is of the utmost importance, because if you are not in love with yourself, if you do not know and understand what you love about you and what you love to enjoy and what you love to do and what makes your heart sing and the things that you do not love to do, and that's fine. If you do not know these things about yourself, who else is going to know them? Furthermore, if you have discovered these things about yourself and you choose not to share them, then what you are doing is sending a message to others that you are something that you're not. And what that does is create some muck, not only for yourself but for the other person. Because the other person is going to think that you are who you are portraying, yes? And so we love to share with you. Get into relationship with yourself. Love yourself. All of it. Discover that possibly there are some things that maybe you've been being that aren't serving your highest good when you get right down to it. Or they're not really what you want to be doing or saying or thinking or behaving. And allow for those things to be seen, thank them, give them gratitude, and allow for them to be filed in the cabinet of, this was in my past, this is what I'm going to do now, and this is how I'm going to move forward. And then allow for yourself to let go of any need to keep yourself confined in that little space that you all like to put yourself in sometimes. Bust out of your shell and realize that in the creation of something that is new and exciting for you, you also have the choice and the opportunity in every second of every day to set that aside as well and open another door and experience another thing. Your world is filled with experiences. Your world is filled with opportunities. Your world is filled with an open heart. Have an open heart. And allow for your love to beam forward through your relationship with yourself. We promise you that when you get into relationship with yourself, all of the relationships round and about you will change. They must. Because if you are willing to communicate who and what you are, and really be comfortable in your own skin, and not care if another one likes it or not, that's when you are empowered. And that's a beautiful place to be, because if you are spewing out of your mouth, you are flapping your gums about who and what you really are in that moment in time, then all those round and about you will have a solid platform to make their decision whether they would like to be in your space or not. Every person has the opportunity to make their choices. And when that occurs, each and every one of you will end up with those who you have the utmost fun with. Quite exciting, yes? It is your relationship with yourself that allows for that to occur. It is not, and we repeat, it is not your relationship with another person that allows for that to occur. It is your relationship with yourself, and then it is your interaction with all the other people around and about you, whether they are near or far, that allows for you to enjoy your life. You must enjoy your life, but in order to do that, you must love yourself. And you must communicate with yourself, and you must be honest with yourself, and you must embrace all of yourself. We have been chatting quite a bit this evening, yes? Normally we are inviting you to chat back at us right away. We have messages for you right up front. May we share?